sprinkles, Santa Claus's special elf. Because everything is special with sprinkles. Santa Claus knows you're special too, and he has something to say to you. So listen close as Santa Claus shares holiday cheer with you. You can leave a special message for Santa Claus and get on the nice list at www.santaclaussays.net. Now here is the big man himself, Santa Claus!
Ho, 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 ho! Merry Christmas and good cheer to one and all. Santa Claus here from SantaClausSays.net, and I welcome you to our program here on podcast and on YouTube, where we bring good cheer, we tell a Christmas story, we have a joke, and we listen to a letter. Here at SantaClausSays.net, you can always talk to Santa, and I listen by going to SantaClausSays.net. Go to the button there that says Santa's Nice List. You can go to the Nice List and leave me a message there on the Nice List, and I will respond to you in email. There's also another button there that says voicemail, or it says talk to Santa. When you click on that button, yes, you can leave me, Santa, a voicemail or a text chat, and I will hear it and I will respond to you. And you can leave me your wishes, tell me some good things that you have done, and we'll have a lot of fun together. That's what we do here on SantaClausSays.net. I listen to you and I respond to you, and we can be in conversation as we get ready for Christmas. And today's theme is to be patient as we get ready for Christmas. Is not too far away. And get ready. Now, Sprinkles and I have been working very hard here at the North Pole in our workshop, which you see here getting ready. But it's always good. I always take time to listen to you and what you have to say. Now, here, when you hear this sound, that means we go on to what we do next. And what we do next is to tell a story. We like to tell a wonderful Christmas story. Today's Christmas story is called The Gift of the Magi. And The Gift of the Magi, we started the first part on an earlier episode of the podcast and YouTube show. And we're going to finish it up probably in the next episode. But today is part 2 of the story about Jim and Della, who are a married couple and they love each other very much, but they didn't have very much money to buy one another Christmas gifts. And so that's what I want you to know about here, is that this is what it's all about. It's not about all the money. It's about giving a part of your heart. Listen carefully to the story as Della talks about what she's going to do to try to give a gift to her husband, Jim. There was glass in the windows of the room. Perhaps you've seen glass like this. Very thin and very agile person may, by observing the glass, see their reflection in the strips of the glass and obtain a fairly accurate conception of his or her looks. Della, being slender, had mastered the art. Suddenly she whirled from the window and stood before the glass. Her eyes were shining brilliantly, but her face had lost its color. Within a few seconds, rapidly she pulled down her hair and let it fall to its full length. Now, there were 2 possessions in the James Dillingham Young's home, which they both took mighty pride. One was Jim's gold watch that had been his father and his grandfather's, and the other was Della's hair. She had the Queen of Sheba lived in the flat across the air shaft, Della would have let her hair hang out the window, some of it someday just to dry, just to depreciate the Majesty's jewels and gifts. And had King Solomon been a janitor with all of his treasures piled up in the basement, Jim would have pulled out his watch every time he passed just to see him pluck his beard with envy. So now, Della, her beautiful hair fell about her, rippling around her, and shining like a cascade of brown water. It reached down below her knees and made itself almost like a garment for herself. And then she did it up again, nervously and quickly, until she faltered for a minute and stood still while a tear or two splashed upon the worn red carpet. On went her old brown jacket, on went her old brown hat, and with a whirl of skirts and with a brilliant sparkle in her eye, she fluttered out the door and down the stairs to the street, where she stopped at a sign that says, Madame Sofrane, hair goods of all kinds. Now, this was the time when they made women's wigs out of real hair. And so this is what Madame Sofrani did at her shop. One flight up, Della ran, and she collected herself, panting, and she said, Madame, do you buy hair, and will you buy my hair? Asked Della. I buy hair, said Madame. Take off your hat and let's have a look at it. Down went the brown cascade of hair. $20, said Madame, lifting the mass of hair with a practiced hand. Give it to me quick, said Della. We'll stop the story there for now. You can listen to the first part of the story in an earlier podcast YouTube video, and the next part will be the next time around. So stay tuned every day here to Santa Claus Says for a Christmas story that you want to hear. The Gift of the Magi. What a great story. Uh-oh, there's the sound. That's what means we go on to what's next. And what's next is our joke time. Now, I bet Sprinkles is going to love this joke. And he'll love this joke because it goes like this. What's every elf's favorite type of music? Rap music. Get it? What's every elf's favorite type of music? Rap music. That is so wonderful. Oh, time to go on to the next part of our show, boys and girls, which is our letter, is where I listen to what you have to say. And I want to hear what you have to say by sending me an email by going to santaclaussays.net. Go on the button that says Santa Claus Nice List and leave me a message there. Sign up for my list and I will send you an email. And you can also go to the button that says Talk to Santa, which is where you can leave me a voicemail or a text chat. And that's where you can tell me what's on your heart. Tell me the good things that you have done for others at Christmas time and maybe your wish list. And some things, if we hear them, and we might play them or share them right here on SantaClausSays.net. So if you want to hear yourself, give me a voicemail. Now, here is our letter to Santa for the day. Dear Santa, I love you and I have been a very good girl. This year for Christmas, would you please bring me a real horse and a real cow? How about that? But she goes on to say, will you please let my mom come home from jail too? Love, Amy. A very special story there. Very special letter. Don't forget to write me or leave me a voicemail so we can have some fun together. Well, that's going to be about do it for this episode of Santa Claus Says. You know, it seems like Sprinkles is around here somewhere, and she and I have got a lot of work to do to get ready for Christmas Eve. Hey, don't forget cocoa and cookies. Cocoa and cookies is my favorite, so please leave that for me at Christmas time, Christmas Eve. We love you. We listen to you here on SantaClausSays.net, and we'll see you next time on Santa Claus Says.
You're special to Santa Claus, just like Sprinkles. Get on Santa's nice list at SantaClausSays.net and watch Santa Claus Says live on YouTube. Tell him Sprinkles sent you.